Hello class, this is a video tutorial on plotting linear relationships. Linear relationships are most easily plotted or graphed using a table of values. And we're going to go straight into it, and it's easiest if you have a calculator ready with you, so have one ready with you, because we're going to be doing the table of values first. Okay, let's get straight into it. Okay, so all the table of values means is that we are going to substitute these values of x into our equation, and whatever answer comes out we place here into our table of values. So I'll show you what I mean. This one here is going to be 2 times negative 2, actually I'll put it in brackets so you can see what I'm substituting, plus 1. Can you see how this equation is 2 times x? But in this box here, we want x to be negative 2, so it will look like this. Press equals, and we get negative 3. You can sort of guess what's going to happen here. This one is going to be 2 times, bracket, negative 1, plus 1. Because I'm just following the equation there, we press equals, this gives us negative 1. And this continues as follows. I can just eliminate this. So this next box, we want x to be 0, so we'll put 0 in like this. Press equals, we get 1. Our next box here, x needs to be 1, so we'll delete the 0 and place 1 here. Gives us 3. Last one, this last box, x needs to be 2. Press equals, we have 5. Now it's just a matter of plotting these points onto our Cartesian plane. So I'm going to get straight into that now. Here we go. So the first coordinate, we read this as x, y. So this is the x and this is the y. So this is negative 2, negative 3. So we're going to move to negative 2 first, because remember the x-axis is the left and right. So this one is negative 2, negative 3. Negative 2, negative 3. We need to put a point or a dot right about there. And this point represents this first pair of boxes. So this point here is this pair of boxes. Moving along, we have negative 1, negative 1. So we move once again the x coordinate first, negative 1. Here it is. And we move down to the y coordinate, negative 1. So negative 1, negative 1. There we go. Our next coordinate is 0, 1. Well, this is a little bit tricky because x at 0 means it hasn't moved left and it hasn't moved right, so it's at this point here. And then y, we need to move up to 1. So 0, 1. It's on this line here, and that point there. The next point is 1, 3. So 1, 3, this point here. And the last one is 2, 5. 2, 5. And using these points here, we're going to grab a ruler, and we need to join these points as straight as we possibly can, because this is what will create the linear relationship. How you draw it is that you extend it as far out as possible, and there is our points. This is our linear relationship, and just so you can see, this here is y equals 2x plus 1. So this line here represents this equation. You can go ahead and pause the video and give this next one a go yourself, because I'm going to be answering these in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So first we need to fill out our box. Oops, sorry about that. This needs to be negative. Oops. There we go. X is negative 2. And we need to subtract 1. So negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Our next box needs to be negative 1. Oops, negative 1. Take away 1. Minus 1. It's minus 2. Our next box here needs to be 0. So 0. Take away 1. That is negative 1. Our next box is 1. Take away 1. That's 0. And lastly, 2 take away 1 is 1. Now with our table of values, we're going to plot the points. Negative 2, negative 3 is here. Negative 2, negative 3. Negative 1, negative 2. So negative 1 is here. Negative 2. 0, negative 1. So it hasn't moved left or right, so it's here. And then down to negative 1. So 0, negative 1. 1, 0. It's going to move 1 to the right, but it doesn't move up or down. So 1, 0 is here. And 2, 1, 2, 1 is there. So using these 5 points, we're gonna join them up, making sure it's as straight as possible in a line. There we go. And extend it as far out as the table will let you. There we are, and there we are. So this line represents the equation y equals x minus 1. So we should just write that in, just so that we can label our line. So that is the line y equals x, take away 1. Hopefully that gave you an insight into plotting linear relationships. Best of luck!